Welcome dear viewers to the video on particle size distribution, that is PSD, impact on formulation and drug performance. Mainly in this video we will see how particle size of the API affects the formulation and the drug product performance. Also we will include the BCS classification principles and will relate with the particle size. So this video will be very interesting to understand particle size impact or PSD impact and BCS classification. Let's start with the video with introduction. So particle size distribution or PSD is crucial for pharmaceutical development as the PSD of the API affects the manufacturing process and also it affects the drug formulation performance. So how it affects the drug product performance? Because it affects the dissolution, it affects the bioavailability, it affects the stability, and it also affects the drug product sequence like assay, content uniformity, blend uniformity, dissolution, and the stability. PSD affects dissolution rate, bioavailability, content uniformity, flow properties, and also the stability. Particle size of the API in the formulation affects the pharmacokinetic parameters like Cmax, Tmax, half-life. So it affects the overall bioavailability and also bioequivalence. In this video, we will also see the BCS and PSD impact onto the drug product. Dissolution rate and bioavailability are affected by the particle size. We know that micronized API or smaller particle size enhance the dissolution rate, especially for the less soluble APIs or poorly soluble APIs like BCS class 2 and 4. Content uniformity. So PSD also impacts the content uniformity. PSD ensures the distribution of the API in the tablets or capsules for consistent dosing. If you are working onto the drug product with low dose, then PSD will play a great role. Stability. So larger particles can improve the stability as larger particles have the less surface area while the micronized APIs have larger surface area and that's why may have uh, higher reactivity or higher degradation potential. PSD impacts Cmax and Tmax. As we know, the micronized API or smaller particles lead to faster absorption and higher Cmax. Larger PSD is preferred for the controlled release. So if you are working onto the IR formulations, then particle size will play very critical role in Cmax and Tmax. Half-life. Larger particle size API can slow absorption and that's why it may extend half-life for the sustained release formulations. Now coming to the BCS class versus PSD. So BCS class 1, as it is having high solubility and high permeability. So PSD mainly influence the manufacturability through flow or density. BCS class 3, these are highly soluble and low permeable molecules. So PSD affects dissolution speed, aiding onset of action. BCS class 2 and 4, these are very critical molecules to develop. BCS class 2 and 4 are insoluble molecules or low soluble molecules or poorly soluble molecules. So PSD reduction improves solubility and solubility limited absorption. BCS class 1, these are high soluble and high permeable molecules. PSD is less critical for bioavailability. BCS class 2 are the low soluble and high permeable molecules. So PSD reduction enhances efficacy. BCS class 3, high solubility and low permeability. So the PSD affects faster dissolution or dissolution rate. Smaller PSD API will have faster dissolution while coarser APIs may have slower dissolution. BCS class 4, these are low soluble and low permeable molecules and For BCS class 4, it requires reduce PSD and additional strategies like spray drying, HME or solid. Additional strategies like HME, spray drying for solid dispersion preparation. So in conclusion, we can say that PSD plays critical role in formulation development and the drug product performance, whether it is BCS class 1, 2, 3 or 4. But out of this, if the drug molecules belong to BCS class 2 and 4, then particle size will play very critical role not only in manufacturability but also in the bioavailability. And some strategies are required to be developed to make these formulations. While BCS class 1 and 3 are highly soluble, so PSD will have less impact onto these molecules. So I hope I have uh, taken the information and I have correlated the information of PSD along with the BCS. So I hope this video will be helpful for you to understand the impact of PSD and how PSD and BCS class of the drug molecule plays important role in drug formulation development. Thank you for watching the video, and if you have any comments or questions, then please feel free to comment and I will try to answer your questions. Thank you.